South. Such a key player. Simo Satiti, 29 years of age, his 30th match for Samoa. Plays with borders in Scotland. The skipper is okay, fortunately.
You got to think the Samoans needed that break. First quarter of the game is over. They have worked very, very hard. The Samoans are about to cop it.
Attacking scrum again from the Springboks. John Smith goes to ground. It's Van der Westhausen and Derek Hugard. That's a shocker of attempt. His second attempt to drop goal. The first one was a beauty.
Well, that's more like his pre-game form. Back the Springboks then tried the quick start, restart by Samoa, and they're away. Romy Rapati.
Stewie's seen that. No kick, we'll take it again, boys.
Touch judge spotted that. I don't think it struck his foot. If you don't hit the ground first, so now the 22 restart, it must hit the ground first and then your foot. That is how you restart with a drop kick. I don't even know whether that hit his anywhere near his leg. Touch judge picked it up on the far side.
Same again, lads.
So we'll come back for another restart.
A more formal attempt this time.
On debut, Romy Rapati.
Have a look at this. Did it touch it? Oh, it hit his shin. Close.
Jaco van der Westhausen throws it across. Gives it to Hogard. Tries to pick the gap, but Villy is back there.
Tana Villy. Tremendous kick into the corner. But it's very hard to see Samoa upsetting this Springbok line out. Bucky's Boiter and Victor Matfield reigning supreme with Joe van Niekerk and Juan Smith.
Yeah, they've got the height and the combination here, the South Africans. Samoans very often not even bothering challenging. And that time, not challenging the line out throw.
Good take by Bucky's Boiter. And they're breaking out again. Krieger, Johan Smith, Lima holds on. And the Samoans did well to come back with that. Now it's towed through. The race is on. Hugard, great soccer skills, dives on it, and he will claim the try. The referee's going to go upstairs against the run of play somewhat, but Derek Hugard, the youngster, showing great skill there.
Chris White unsighted because he was coming from behind, but Hugard, it all looked fantastic stuff, but he was occluded his vision. Well, now we'll see it first up. He scooped it up. Did he get down? Oh! Now, did that ball travel forward after it left his hands? I think so. You can put, if he just dived on that and hit it with his torso, but it's left his hands, it appears there, hit the ground. The ball has gone forward. Saw an incident of this in one of the midweek games. That's a tough one.
Well, tough call for Joel Dume upstairs.
Good luck. There's his hands. Does it go forward out of his hands and hit the ground before he can put downward pressure with his torso? I'm glad I'm not the TMO on this one.
Well, he's definitely got downward pressure.
But had the ball already hit the ground, which indicates it's a knock forward. If I was framing the odds, I'd have to say no try is the favourite.
So the decision is the ball has been grounded legally and it is a try.
It is.
Thank you.
Joel Dume, the television match official. The video referee says that's a try.
Massive boos here at Suncorp Stadium. Big support here for Samoa, but they are just struggling. Too many mistakes. On that occasion, they got the turnover, but then the ball was splintered, and Hogard, who's very impressive, was through.
24-3, South Africa. So Hogard now has piled up on the points.
This is the stuff that's killing the Samoans, the breakouts after the rolling maul. They're working so hard to trap it. Samoans got the turnover there, but didn't use it. The error again, and Hugard.
Hugard scoring the third try for the Springboks. An element of doubt about it, but the television match official was happy. So 24 points to 3, not the scoreline the majority of people here at Suncorp were expecting, but this has been a clinical display by the Springboks. They saw what the Samoans had to offer when they surprised the English last week, and they've had a week to work on it, and they've worked on it in great fashion. As here's Van der Westhausen, he goes to the air and out on the full.
Well, isn't the rolling maul a winner for South Africa? They are putting so much pressure on this Samoan team. Van der Westhausen, the halfback, and Cricker, the captain, just orchestrating it.
Yeah, they've worked very, very hard on that rolling maul. Combined with their scrum, major 2 weapons for the South Africans. Must say the question mark over Derek Hugard at fly half has also disappeared at this stage.
Meredith has it, going backwards, monstered there by big Van Rautenbach. Zoiolo and Va'a, they're pretty flat in the backs.
That's offside, surely.
It's almost got to be a tap and run here from Samoa. They can't go to the line-up, which they may do, but 3 points at this time, 24 to 3, does them no good.
Who was it? Number 8.
Just waiting for the decision from Samoa. They're going to go to the touch and look for the line out.
Well, you've got to. 21 points down. You're exactly right, Boydo. You've got to try to score the try. Go for the 7. This is how you get the crowd behind you, and that could be one of the things that lifts them.
Well, they're going for a full line out. They've got their 8 men in.
They go to Paliapoi.
You've got dummy jump there. It's a free kick. You've dummy jumped there.
Oh, basic error there. They'd already jumped before the ball had come in. So the referee's saying you can't have a second crack at it. And he's not happy. Big Raffaelli.
That's communication problems there, and Hugard punishes them.
They've just got to do it again now from a good 20 minutes from the first opportunity. Again, going for the full line out, but Jonathan Meredith has to get the communication right. Pretty noisy down here. Terrific crowd.
Goes to the captain, Satiti. Va'a, the fly half, and now the veteran Lima. Villiers up from fullback, almost through, but Muller wrapped him up. 25 metres out.
The vet Barry, tremendous work, got the turnover, but Samoa drive through.
And they win it back. And now the Springboks are going to give away a penalty.
He hasn't got the ball, you're taking him out. You can't play the game if you're taking him out. Don't do it again. You don't play him.
The ball was out to Arm Smith, saying to the referee, Chris White. It was a scrappy old breakdown, that one.
Well, the difference there was Samoa drove through the Springbok players on the ground. We saw Swan Smith come over the top from the side. Samoa, they've got to take these opportunities. They took every opportunity last week against England.
Just hold.
24 to 3. The Springboks leading. And that's well won by big Victor Matfield, but it's lying loose on the ground, and here's Van der Westhausen. Cleans up only about a half a metre out from the line. That time it was the Springboks who made this mistake.
They still pick and drove there, the South Africans, over to the left-hand side.
Hugard gets a kick away. Will find touch.
Brilliant recovery. They were under immense pressure there, South Africa. Not panicking, playing it nice and cool. And Hugard, I spoke about his potential fragility. That's where the question mark was, but a fly after night, he has been pinpoint in all his actions.
He's a young man, only made his debut at this Rugby World Cup against Uruguay. And his fourth test, under 21 start earlier this year. That's won by Pelapoi. now a penalty.
He's on the floor, he's had to hold on, stop the ball going.
So even when they win a line out,
stop the ball coming back.
They're on the back foot.
Well, Palapoi trying to get the smart ball there. He got it, got isolated, and just Springbok power took him down and forced a turnover.
Penalties even, but I tell you what, the Ruckton Maul's 2-1 in advantage of the South Africans. Dominating possession. Territory's a lot more even, but this is a line-out win that you don't want to have. Putting yourself under that much pressure, going backwards. Your forwards can't help you, and here comes the onslaught of the green jerseys.
For Zeidenholt, tremendous power.
John Smith finds Bakis Boita. 10-metre mark, Samoan territory.
A familiar look about the rolling maul.
Samoans just don't have an answer at the moment.
Corne Cricker again with the ball. He's just the king of this rolling maul.
Hogard, DeWitt Barry, dummying. And over 1,000 back to Hogard. And he spots an opening and just drills it into touch down inside the Samoan 22. Clinical stuff again from South Africa.
Well, good decision by Derek Hogard. He continues to put Samoa under pressure. So Samoa throw. We know how badly their line out is going. Injured Samoan player.
Yeah, tackling DeWitt Barry. I think he injured himself on the way down. DeWitt Barry inside centre, number 12 for the South Africans. Put a fair hip into him, I think. Takes some pulling down.
Elva'a, the fly half, such a key player in the Samoan lineup. Have a look at it here. Just fell awkwardly.
Nothing there. You may see something better from this angle. Yeah, he was trapped underneath.
Fell heavily on the hip.
May just be a serious cork high up on his thigh.
Elva'a on his pins.
Here in Australia, that's often known as a dead leg. Favoured amongst primary school students.
Elva'a is one player Samoa cannot lose. Commanding fly half. Played at Newcastle club in England. Covers for Johnny Wilkinson.
And he went toe-to-toe with Wilkinson last weekend.
The advantage has been called, knocked forward by Bakis Boita from the line out.
Well, Christo Zeidenhout on that occasion, he just should have got back. The referee gave him some warning. Was focused on that ball and spoiling the Samoans.
Danavili, who's with the Borders Club in Scotland, alongside his captain, Semi Satiti.
See, Tanafili had to put that one into touch. Number 15 there, Elva'a, still trying to get his leg right. There's Bakis Boita, already won 5 line-outs of the South Africans. This one's Matfield.
Here's Van der Westhuizen. Hogard starts to wind up. Gives it to DeWitt Barry. He takes him on. Got a good ball back to Hogard, and here's trouble again. Over the top it goes. Keenis Delport. Oh, but Jaco Van der Westhuizen went without it. Knock on there. A near miss.
Classic play, DeWitt Barry straightened the attack and then didn't give it to the first runner, gave it to the deeper running in Derek Hogard. He's gone again at the defence throwing a flat ball. Let's have a look. DeWitt Barry gets his arms free as he so often does. Hogard was running a deep support line. He threw the flat pass. Delport, Jaco Van der Westhuizen there in support, couldn't take that ball.
And it all started with Victor Matfield taking another ball. The line out.
Samoa, you've got to come square as well. Yes, you've got to be
Watch
square.
the pressure come through on this scrum from the Springboks.
8.
24-3 South Africa over Samoa. First half action, Pool B at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. Severely.
Not out.
Won't find touch. Marco Ronderwesthausen, the fullback, gives it to Wilmser. Brian Lima lined him up, unfortunately for the South African winger. Lima missed him. Now it's Matfield. Gives it off to